1.5 years in the making, and we're finally ready to go racing once again in Formula PC. Lights out, away we go! And now back on board with Thomas Irish, and he's disconnected. And now it's down to F1 Live Season Monster AK to win this race. He's got a massive lead. All he needs to do is just keep it clean for the race.
Oh my god! And I was going to go round the outside. What a move! Wheel-to-wheel stuff from the twin brothers from Ireland. And now
this is brilliant racing.
Yeah, this is close. Oh my goodness me! Calm down. And F1 Live the Monsters back in the lead.
Is he going to get the move around the outside? He does. And we cut later on into that, and Tom's gone off, and so does Shane. Shane does the same thing. And it looks like the two of them have gone off. Yeah, you can see the Williams driver in the gravel. But now Ghost looks to the outside to try and get the move down, and it's wheel-to-wheel racing around the outside. Ghost is trying to do it. Will he be able to make the move around the outside? No. Shane just hangs in there. Lap 15 is going to dive it down the inside of Nick.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to be a very close move. And we're going to go on board with Chuck Rollo, and he's gone wide and he's got oversteer. And where's Mr. Ghost? But Mr. Ghost is round. And now it's time for round 6 of the Formula PC World Championship from Silverstone. There's 26 laps, 18 turns, track length of 5.891 kilometres, which means a race distance of 153.166 kilometres. Tyre compounds are the medium and hard compound tyres, and this circuit was changed in 2010 to have a new arena section, and also got a new pit area in 2011. One thing that isn't new is my co-commentator Alex Armageddon joins me once again. Welcome, Alex.
Yeah, thank you for having me here today. It's the home Grand Prix for us, and of course a number of DFPC drivers.
And technically the Irish as well.
Yeah, their closest Grand Prix. This can be your home Grand Prix if you want, lads, for the Irish competitors of the championship. Yeah, Silverstone, lovely track. I must admit, I'm a bit of a favourite of the older layout because I preferred it for the flow. But the new layout's absolutely fine. I happily drive it any day. I kind of like both equally, but I mean the older track just has a bit more nostalgia to it. But yeah, as you said, nice new arena section which they introduced in 2010 to sort of give the circuit a new bit of life.
Yeah, I think they also made that especially for MotoGP as well, which got the contract back in 2010. And but to be honest, out of all the versions of Silverstone, I think I prefer the late 70s version, which is pretty much just a bit like a box, to be honest. You pretty much have the old pit straight down, and then you have this triangle bit at the bottom for the Maggots Beckett's Chapel bit, and then you just go straight and it's just 90 degree, and then you have a little chicane at the end, which is rather nice. I may just put an image of the 1970s track on now. It's sort of an on and off track for me. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I'm rather slow, as you will find out in the race. But going into Silverstone, let's just look at the standings. It is Mr. Ghost 010 leading the championship by 23.5 points from F1 Live Season Monster AK. Then there's Shane Racing in his final race this weekend. And then there's Peck F1, Boss 1996, the defending world champ, in 6th. Thomas Irish in 6th, and then myself in 7th, Lobville 8th, Chuck Rollo 9th, Travis 10th, Adrenaline 11th, Initialization in 12th, and then Alex, Timmy, and BL Gamers Addict I just keep on the leaderboard because it just fills up the spaces.
Yeah. Well, myself and the other guys did compete still, so
yeah. And so yeah, Alex, going into this race, who do you pick out as the movers and changes in the championship this weekend?
Oh, it's difficult. There's quite a good fight up front for the top 2 positions. I know that sounds weird, but F1 Live Season Monster is very quick. Don't forget that. If Mr. Ghost 1010 has, one mess up and is out of the race, bam, F1 Live Season Monster could take the lead of the championship. Don't think it's all over at the moment. I think this is still very exciting. Moving further down the field, we can see it's all very close actually, especially in the midfield between 6th to about 10th. So yeah, it's a very close all round, and I think everyone's fighting their own little championship in a way in the packs. So yeah, really exciting.
Yeah, and in terms of the constructors, it is Mercedes, like they were for the majority of 2014, up on top, 8 points ahead of McLaren. Marussia in third, Williams in fourth, Red Bull in fifth, and Ferrari in sixth. And so on that leaderboard, Alex, can you pinpoint, like, see anyone who could move up or not in terms of the constructors?
I don't really know. McLaren looks strong. I'd keep an eye on them.
Yeah. Okay, then let's look into the qualifying results. And it was Thomas Irish doing a lap 8/10 quicker than his teammate. No, not teammate, brother. F1 Live Season Monster AK. It's the third time that the twins have locked out the front row in 6 races, and then it's an all Irish top 3 with Choc Rollo, Triple Eight in third, and then you got Mr. Ghost in fourth, and the Brits. Yeah, sorry about this. Yeah, last 2 positions on the grid for me and Nick, and then those who didn't turn up. Boss, Travis, Adrenaline, Peck, Shane, and Lobville.
I want to see at least one Union Jack on the podium today. I want to see at least one.
Yeah.
Don't give up, don't give up. But no, the brothers locking out. Thomas 8/10 quicker, mother of Christ. And then it's about 9/10 between Live Season Monster and Choc Rollo. And then it starts closing up a bit between third and fourth. That is, seriously, the brothers are very dominant. That is insane.
And then if you just, I'm gonna have to point this out. The gap between Nick and myself, it's just a position, but
it could be worse. It could be worse.
I was actually rather happy with the 36.5, to be honest. So. Yeah, but
yeah. At least you're there. There's a lot of drivers that aren't there, so
yeah,
I'd be happy with that.
yeah. Anyways, it is technically the return of the qualifying comparison, apart from that it isn't a comparison. And so now let's just take a look at the Silverstone track from Aaron's point of view. We come over the line to start the lap, and is he going to take it flat through turn 1? It seems that he does. Runs a bit wide on the exit, gets a bit of grass on the tyres. Coming down to Village, and he gets that stop rather nicely, but he gets a bit of oversteer coming out of turn 3. Turn 4, the loop seems fine. Also Aintree. Then he opens up the DRS, going down the Wellington Straight. Now braking at the right point for Brooklands. He misses the apex by quite a long way as he comes up to Luffield, which he hits rather nicely, but the back end stepping out because he's had to straighten the steering wheel midway through the corner. Nice exit, and now through Woodcut, and now we're back onto the old pit straight as we come down to the original turn 1, and he's track extended slightly there, and as we come down to the swooping S's, the Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel section, and now that's the end of sector 2, and he's still purple, but then again that's because nobody has set a time as of yet. And now we come down to, I've forgotten the name of that corner. Sorry, track extending off the apex, on the end of that corner, and then coming round Vale to finish the lap. He does end up second fastest, but now it's time to go to the race. So it's round 6 of the championship, and we've got onboard shots from Choc Rollo, Ghost, and F1 Live Season Monster AK as we're lining up on the grid. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in Silverstone it's lights out and away we go. It's a good start from the pole to Thomas Irish HC, but F1 Live Season Monster AK has got a half decent start as well, and it's still in second. And it's a good fight between Choc Rollo and Mr. Ghost in the background as we go on board with Mr. Ghost 010 and F1 Pickers diving down the inside. And that's a bit of a dive bomb, but I think Mr. Ghost 010 lets him through. And now we're on to lap 2, and Choc Rollo's slowed massively. I don't actually know why he's
Mr. Ghost 010 will have a good run, and he does, slicing it down the inside there.
Yeah,
very easy move.
Yeah, and we're about to cut to a replay, and this is on Choc Rollo's screen, and
Choc Rollo, what are you doing, mate?
And he spun F1 Live Season Monster AK, but he lagged back in front, and so yeah, now he's down into 4th place, and now we've got team radio from Choc Rollo.
Team orders, right.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay.
Well then,
I didn't expect that.
a great team radio there. It's first team radio that we've had in Formula PC. Yeah, I'm trying. I tried really hard not to laugh at that. Sorry.
He comes into the pits now.
Yeah,
I think it's the first
he
stop
comes
of the
in
race,
on lap
actually.
7, so he's coming in early because I think a lot of people will be doing the 1 stop, but it looks like Choc Rollo may be doing the 2 stop if he's coming in on lap 7.
You can see you're still in P6 at the moment as
Yep.
Choc Rollo comes into the pits.
Yeah.
Initialisation to 4th, so
And it looks like that I'm going to go through and not being last for a small amount of time, which is which made me happy actually. I was actually rather happy that I wasn't in last for a short period of time, and surely it will be very easy for Choc Rollo to close up to the back of me as he has, but he's lost the rear and he's in the gravel.
Wheel spin, Jesus!
Oh, almost.
Shoot! He almost killed himself.
Almost
there,
went
Jesus.
into the wall there, but now he's got to close up everything that just he's got to close it all up again, as this is F1 Live Season Monster AK. He comes into the pits from 1st place, so Thomas Irish must have already pitted, and now in he comes, and it's a good pit stop, 3.7 as well, but Ghost is in as well. 3.7, no surprise there at all.
Yep, fairly standard pit stop, standard procedure. As Mr. Ghost 010 will leave shortly after F1 Live Season Monster.
Yeah, and that must be their one and
Just a
only
stand?
pit stop, I would think.
Yeah, looking like a 1-stop.
Yeah, because
if they're on primes, yeah, that should be a 1-stop.
Yeah, and Choc Rollo goes
going
rather
up again.
wide, but I pit for the prime tyres. I've done 11 laps on those tyres, but now we're on board with F1 Live Season.
Oh my goodness me!
That was so close to being out of the race. Whoa!
What
And that
on
is,
earth was that?
and that was Mr. Ghost going up in front, but now F1 Live Season Monster AK is going to have to do a whole lap without his front wing, and we're cutting on to him, and he's just going so far wide. He's going so slowly.
Maybe the thoughts of a British-Irish win at the British Grand Prix, it might not happen. It might not happen.
Yeah, it may not, because
Very possible.
I think that Thomas Irish went is on the 2 stop, so it might be that Mr. Ghost does win the race. It's 6.2 second stop, but that's because Ferrari had to change F1 Live Season Monster's front wing.
Yeah, that is a real shame for him, but oh my, it looked like the track was a few feet shorter.
Yeah.
Decided to turn in, standing, and it was like, oh god, the wall's still there. But how he didn't, crash out of the race was unbelievable. And as I was talking, it looked like a nice overtake was being
Yeah.
done there.
And actually, F1 Live Season Monster AK was the one who had the bollard glitch back at the beginning of the season in Bahrain. And Mr. Ghost is going through turn 1 and turn 2, and it looks like that Thomas Irish has already done his second stop, and he's back out in first place. He must have blitzed that second stint.
Yep. As we're on board again with F1 Live Season Monster. Oh my goodness me!
This is very close.
Oh,
A bit of contact. A bit of contact. As we go on to lap 22, there's 4 laps left of this British Grand Prix, and at the moment it looks like that Nick may be on the podium, but
yes, we might have a Union Jack on the podium finally. That would be brilliant.
But Nick is lagging a lot, and I'm guessing that Aaron must have been lagging a lot on Nick's screen as well.
Yeah, lag, big problem with Formula 1 2014.
Indeed, but Aaron's got the DRS, but he isn't able to make the move on the Marussia. And now is he going to try and do the same move around the outside that he did on Chuck Rollo a couple of laps ago? No, he sticks in behind, but oh, look how close it is coming round Woodcote. Is he going to try and do it around the outside?
Oh, this is like Vettel and Alonso in real life. It's carbon copy. It's a carbon copy.
Yeah, it is. It's Vettel versus Alonso once again, but it's 2 completely different people.
Absolutely brilliant stuff from these guys. This is brilliant racing. Oh my goodness, F1 goes wide.
Aaron has gone off the track and he's lost quite a bit of time now.
This is a fight for the podium.
But in just a lap, he was able to close down Nick on, because he is on the option tyres and Nick's on the prime tyres. But the thing is that F1 Live Season Monster OK must have had to do something like, we'll have to do like 12 laps on these set of options. Yes, throughout the race, the track will rubber in and it should be a lot easier, but that's still quite a way on the option tyres.
Yeah, and of course, here we go again. F1 Live Season Monster.
He's going to try down the inside. It's so close. He's going to take out a bollard.
Almost lost his front wing on the bollard.
Yeah, that was so close. We've got 3 laps left in the race.
Goes wide,
and both of them go wide, and another one. And now it's so close.
Oh my
Aaron cuts.
Me.
Aaron Hot Lap Masterclass is the Maggots Beckett section, but does get DRS.
Initialization has pulled a gap on him. Initialization has pulled a nice gap. Now, he could. My prediction is Aaron. It's Aaron, isn't it? Will have, probably 1 attempt at this because he's probably gonna have to spend the next lap catching up on him. But in fairness, though, F1 Live Season Monster is a quick driver. He's right on his gearbox already. He might have 2 attempts at the old start-finish straight. So you never know.
Yeah, the gap is 9/10 over the line with just 2 laps to go.
Yeah, he'll have a good opportunity.
Yeah, he turns in correctly there, unlike what he did on lap 14 when he lost his front wing.
He's right on his gearbox.
Crash.
Oh my goodness me!
Surely. Well, he'll definitely be in the DRS zone, but will he be able to make the move? He loses the rear slightly. He loses the rear slightly going on to the Wellington straight, and is he gonna try and make the move now? Down, they are pretty much nose to tail. Aaron is pushing Nick around that corner.
Oh, he's done that again. I've just seen there is a fuel alert coming up on F1 Live Season Monsters HUD. So is he running it in full revs? And that is and if he isn't, is that compromising him?
He might be if he goes through a couple more and a bit of contact.
Contact!
I know there was another bit of contact, but everything stays the same. But he's got a penalty. And actually, that's the penalty is not causing a collision. It's for Codemasters BS. So
okay, never mind.
So that will be removed at the end of the race. But it's Thomas Irish who wins in Silverstone, and it's the championship leader who extends his gap at the top of the table as it looks like that F1 Live Season Monster AK is going to finish 4th in this race. Aaron finishes, no, Ghost finishes 2nd. You saw me doing something weird over the line. Don't know what it was, can't remember. But a bit of a corner cut there. It's going to be so close coming over the line. There's a bit. It's going to be Massa and Hamilton like it was in 2011. But Aaron just gets it over, coming over the line.
I think that was a bit
And
uncalled for, in my opinion. He did just cut the corner to overtake.
and Choc Rollo is quite a way behind these two.
Yeah, I don't think he's not had the best of races today, but
Yeah, better than me. I went a lap down, but
when you've only got 6 drivers, it's all about just finishing, really.
yeah.
It's not much a game. And he comes through. Oh, what on earth? And then
A
he
bit
comes
of a
through the
corner
last
cut.
corner now.
But
And takes it nice and wide, and he's going to be doing the most stylish.
he does a flick spin, not in front of the line, and so it's Thomas Irish who wins the British Grand Prix. And so the final classification for the 2015 Santander British Grand Prix, it's Thomas Irish who won by 21 seconds over Mr. Ghost 010. He finishes 2nd and extends his lead at the top of the table. It's F1 Live Season Monster AK who does get 3rd place because the penalty was taken away, and it's Nick who just misses out on a home podium in 4th. It's Choc Rollo who finishes 5th, about 1 minute 12 seconds off the pace, and I finished a lap down. And so, Alex, looking at that race, anyone that you're surprised with or anything?
I'm not really surprised at anyone. Just what an amazing race! So much action.
It did take a while to get going though, because we'd done the first half of the race in 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's just it's been, in real life, the British Grand Prix never fails to disappoint. Seems to have done that in Formula PC as well. Hasn't disappointed and probably provided another fantastic race to the season. I am slightly surprised with F1 Live Season Monster today. I think he could have done a bit more. Stupid error when he took the first turn about 5 miles early. But overall, I think it's as you would expect, and Thomas Irish doing a fantastic job winning the race.
Yeah, you're just saying, Aaron, if you're watching, if you want to complain, send it to overtakesoftheweekf1@hotmail.com. But yeah, one thing that I'm amazed with is that I think I might be wrong in saying this, but Thomas Irish set the fastest lap of the race. I think that was faster than his qualifying lap. I'm just gonna check that for sure, but. Oh, I opened up the wrong one.
It was,
he did a 1:32.398.
It was very about 0.05.
Yeah, that was extremely close. It was only 300ths faster than his qualifying lap, and that's amazing to do in a race faster than your qualifying lap. So yeah, that's quite remarkable. So well done to Tom. And actually, the next day, when he was racing in AOR, it was Silverstone as well, and he went on to get pole and the win. So, to take Formula PC as a dummy run for Tom, but it was a great job from him.
Yep, everyone did a good job that race. I think there were moments, at the end, Aaron probably should have got a penalty for that overtake, but. I'm not a steward, I'm just a commentator. My opinion doesn't matter at the end of the day. There's probably more to the story. But overall, I think the driving from everyone was fantastic.
Yeah, and so let's move on to the driver's standings even. And it is now 92 points that Mr. Ghost has at the top of the table.
He can miss the next race and be fine.
Yeah, and an F1 Live Season Monster AK is now on 65.5, with Thomas Irish with 56.5, Shane Racing, who has now departed the league. He will be replaced by NF Gaming for the next round, Peck F1 is in 5th, myself in 6th, with 1 point ahead of Boss 1996. Choc Rollo in 8th, Initialization in 9th, Lobfill in 10th, Travis in 11th, Adrenaline 12th, and Alex, Timmy, and BL Gamers Addict 13th, 14th, 15th.
Yeah, well, it's a fairly close championship still, but Mr. Ghost 010 can miss the next race and still be leading. The two brothers there, Thomas and Aaron, they are very close, so yeah, and the middle pack, 6th to 10th, still extremely close. You know, I couldn't make any predictions, really couldn't now, just too close.
Yeah, currently, if you look at it in another way, Mr. Ghost is just missing out on leading the Constructors' Championship by 0.5.
That is true.
Yeah. And so and actually looking at the constructors, it is McLaren who do lead the championship with 100 points. Williams, Mercedes with 92.5. Mercedes got 2 non-score finishes, and so they are in 3rd. Mauritius in 4th with 85.5, and so it's really bunching up there. It's only 14.5 points covering the top 4 places, and then it's Red Bull in 5th, and then Ferrari in 6th.
Yeah, well, Mr. Ghost 010 carrying McLaren, and yeah, I mean, that's probably the main thing I can say about that. It's basically Mr. Ghost 010 leading the constructors as well.
Yeah,
absolutely dominating it in the moment, and yeah.
And so our thoughts move to round 7 of the Formula PC World Championship, which must have been out about 2 months ago now. By the time Germany will be up, it will be 2 months since the race. That shows my amazing reliability at putting these up.
Better late than never.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's what happened with most of the first series. Pretty much the first one went up, none of the others. But yeah, Hockenheim next time, and we don't even know whether it'll be. We don't even know whether this will be the only German Grand Prix in 2015, because we don't know yet whether it's Hockenheim or Nürburgring or not at all. Hopefully,
Hockenheim.
Yeah. And so, any thoughts, Alex?
Hockenheim.
Just overall.
Fun track. Yeah. Or what you mean, like of the whole race?
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
Everything, even Ebola, if you want to throw that in.
Alright, Ebola is a horrible disease. Recommend you don't get it. No. Overall, exciting race. Absolutely fantastic. Just wow comes to word. You know, brilliant team radio as well. That was quite funny. And of course, yeah, we're going to Germany, which is shaped like a boot, and that's all I can say.
No, I thought the boot one was Monza.
No, if you look at Germany, it looks like they're both the same.
Okay, I see what you mean, like a high heel. Yeah. But Monza looks more like a boot, I think. Anyway,
this is an interesting debate we've started now.
Yeah. This is just gonna. We're just gonna talk about this after the recording's finished, I think. But yeah, because this is probably going on a bit. You got 11 minutes highlights, and you'll probably have 22 minutes of us talking.
I'm by my standards.
But yeah. Thank you for watching. Thanks for Alex for joining me.
Hey, you're very welcome, my friend.
And we'll see you hopefully sometime this year in Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix. Goodbye.